are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Trying the right side with Mitchell. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ready.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Defense's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. On play action, Lance sliding out of the pocket. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now a play fake. Lance to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. From the gun, it's Lance. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Lock gets ready to go at their 25-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The former first-round pick, Eric Armstead, the one who got in there to make that play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On On third down, here's Walker. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer. Exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
He got maybe a half-yard close, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but when he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it his ability to make tackles in the run game as well. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Working from the gun, Lance. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. McCaffrey going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, tried his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make the score 14-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the set. Slide 2.
Lance now on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Lance, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. This is McCaffrey on the give. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And That's complete left side to Gray. And he is going to have the Niners first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A tackle made by Boye Mafe.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ready.
Throwing on second down. Lance buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
With career touchdown number 60.
and the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at it.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Bloc. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Locke. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Play action. Now it's Bloc. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
A lot of ground to cover here for Bloc and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack. Back to throw. Block. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here we go, sack!
Bloc gonna go on 4th down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is gonna move the ball well downfield. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Here's Locke to throw. This is the tight end fan. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Block to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Play action. Now it's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Touchdown, 49ers.
George Kittle, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. Oh, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eight yards to go on second down.
They fake the handoff. Now Bloc. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Bloc, gotta have this one.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Niners on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Lance looking to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Block off of play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance lines up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an...
And Bloc throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
On the double.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the 2 of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Bloc looks to throw it again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They look to throw. It's Bloc. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go, set. Ready.
McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
7 yards there and a 1st down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin? Most times, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the 49ers, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week as they will take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.
Thank you.